Hi, hello, this is Mudavat Anjanelu. Welcome to Mantex podcast series. And today our guest is one of the important personalities of IIT BHU who did lot many works in Students Parliament in the session 2023-24. And he united the whole college and he did lot many things positively which affects lot many students. So he is with us today. He is none other than Pranav Suresh Bhaiya. So, hi Bhaiya. Welcome to Mantex podcast series. You did lot many things in IIT BHU. So, in the parliament session as a vice president, and so I wanted to know the story of you, that how your story started from Kerala to Varanasi.
Okay, so till 11th, think that this IIT system is not that much famous in the Kerala, especially because most of the students who get a good grades in the 12th or 11th goes mainly to the medical stream.
Yeah,
And for engineering, the Kerala engineering entrance, that's the main thing that people opt to. But for me, it was the case that I had full marks in my 11th boards.
Okay.
So the Kerala government arranged a trip to IIT Bombay for an event there. Then I came to thought, okay, this is a thing that
Also these IITs exist.
this thing also exists, and I had heard about IITs, but I thought that it's something that is not in my level, like something that a lot of other type of guys go. I haven't thought that much about that. But later I realized that many of the students who came with me were preparing for JE, and after 12th I took a year drop because in my first attempt I had just after 12th I had around 77 percentile.
Okay.
And then I went for a drop year, and then I had 99.4 or something.
Wow, that's so crazy.
Yeah, then went for the J advanced, and then it happened. So now I came to NIT.
I mean, previously you don't know actually about what IIT is, IIT exists or not. After coming 12th, you realize that going to IIT Bombay and just you know that yes, IITs also exist, and then you also take a gap year. How you feel that this is the college I really wanted.
Yeah, so the thing is that I'm really proud of being an IITian, coming to IIT BHU, having 5 years here. It really shaped my perspective towards the world. I can say that the main thing is that the things that we teach in IIT is almost same as they teach in every other college. But the major thing that makes the significant difference is the people who we are learning with. So
Yeah.
our peer group. So that makes the huge impact here. So when it comes to that, some of our friends would be future CEOs, future diplomats, and things like that. We have so many alumni who are in various sectors of the industry, as well as in various countries, doing great jobs, running companies, being diplomats, doing a lot of things with their lives. So yeah, that's a motivation, and that's a good part about the IITs. And other thing is that the people who teach us the things are some of the people who actually wrote those books or have literally tons of research papers in that thing. I had a professor in my department. So in my first year, he came to the class. He just gave an intro of himself, and he said, if you want to know about me, you just go and search my name in IIT BHU website, and we were just started scrolling, and the number of his published papers were not ending. It was just going like that, and
Professor.
later we realized that he was one among the 2% top scientists from the world.
Oh, that's too crazy.
Yeah, so that's the thing that makes IIT special, and that's the thing that you should be proud of.
Yeah, definitely. And how you felt out of coming to holy city of India, Varanasi?
So while I was back home before the allotments, Kashi is a place where me as well as my friends or my relatives thought that it's a pilgrimage place where people go when they are old, majorly for religious purposes. And I haven't seen the other side of Kashi, especially the educational sector, the BHU. So BHU is also a great identity for the entire Banaras itself. So yeah, when I got the allotment, then I realized that the BHU is the largest residential university of the whole
in
world, I guess.
Asia,
Yeah, in Asia. Yeah. So that was a great thing, and coming to this community of around 40,000 plus students, of which is 30,000 plus in BHU as well as 10,000 plus in IIT, as well as almost 2 or 3 lakhs of people from the Banaras itself is a BHU alumni. So BHU itself has faced or changed the face of Banaras by its impact on the education provided and the wisdom provided to the people here.
Definitely, Vaya. That is how this BHU is evolving nowadays,
Yeah.
and also produced lot many great personalities, and also going on with that flow only. And under information, we really wanted to know that the you also became the vice president of Students Parliament in the 23-24 session. There are effective works are went in that session. So, how you felt before and after becoming a VP at here?
So yeah, I was part of the parliament in the 22-23 session also.
Yeah.
So and it was the first parliament after the COVID times. So
Yeah.
it was too much chaotic. So people didn't knew what exactly, how exactly the things happened because of New Year break. There were no proper seniors to guide the things. So it was just like starting the parliament wall from the scratch. A proper reset happened during the COVID period. So at that time we identified a lot of problems. So everything were new to the entire team, and at that point, so the next election phase came, and while contesting for the elections, so actually I am the first student in the IIT BHU who became the vice president in the pre-final year. So all the vice presidents still today uh, go to the position in their final year. So yeah, while contesting for the election, it was the challenging part because my seniors were also contesting against me, and they were trying to push me into the post of assistant vice president, and they told that next year. But I was critically sure that if I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this year only. So I had my career and my things planned in such a way, and I thought that doing the being the vice president in the pre-final year will get me more time to deliver things to the college, and I guess it worked right for me itself.
Congratulations, Yavar. From fourth year, it's much difficult to become a VP for anyone. Actually, Baya began from fourth year. That's one of the greatest achievements for the pre-final students. Also wanted to know, Baya, we know that a lot many things happened in that session, and there is a huge effective people are there who tell us that in Pranav Suresh Baya's session, there are a lot many things happened. Whatever the library or these barricadings, security things, and lot many things. I know. If better, I can hear from you all those things.
Yeah.
What are the things you done in that session?
So yeah, while starting the tenure, so it was not Pranav Suresh tenure, it was Student Parliament 2023-24 tenure.
Yes.
First of all, and while starting the tenure, our plan was just to make people say this thing that you just said now.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we checked for all the previous works done by the parliament till the starting of the student parliament around 2015, and we aim to be the best parliament session till in date by in IIT BHU. And I guess we achieved that also. And while doing of the things, as I mentioned, when we started, there were a lot of things that were unsorted. A lot of things that used to happen before the COVID era were stopped. There were no proper channels for a lot of things. So our main aim while starting was to create a base for everything, structure out all the student activities, all the PORs, how the things work. So maintain a certain level of hierarchy and order in all sort of things. The second thing was there were a lot of problems regarding the hostels, security, etc. Mainly on the basic amenities that should have been there. So we were focusing on that type of things, and all those things that we planned for the whole tenure. But surprisingly, we were able to complete the 90% of the things by December. And after December, we actually revised all the plans, making it an extended part till April. And then the election got postponed, so we again revised the exact plans, and we extended till August. So some of the main things that I could say is like regarding the hostel sector. Let me start with. So the water cooler issue was the most relevant issue since the last 7 to 8 years in IIT BHU.
Definitely.
So yeah, in our tenure, we bought these RO water coolers into the hostels, and we created a proper system for the maintenance of all this stuff, including the IWD and the cow office, and things like fogging, spraying, etc. were done by a third party. So we made the institute to purchase these machines and become more self-sufficient regarding the fogging and all those stuffs. And some exciting things were the installation of the sanitary napkin vending machines, the vending machines, and the water cooler, washing machines that happened recently. So these things, the planning of these things happened in May. The washing machine was something that was taken as a huge initiative by then the cow, the R.K. Upadhyay sir. And vending machine, they actually approached me through the LinkedIn, and then we started off the thinking. And yeah,
So
these
all the
were some,
proposals happened in that session
Yeah.
only. Okay.
so the thing was that it was installed now.
yeah,
So
it's
you know the
done.
bureaucratic system. So
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
will happen so quickly within 1 month.
Yeah.
And these were some of the things that was kind of unorthodox. The main thing that happened there was it was very hard to convince the professors regarding all those stuffs. And initially for the vending machine itself, it went through a tenure. Then we convinced that this thing cannot be actually processed through a tenure
Okay.
because it comes from companies which are in their startup phase. So the tenure has a lot of criteria that a startup cannot actually get into. So then we convinced the people, and around in the last week of July, I guess, the things were processed and signed, and the installation started from the end of August, I guess. August or the mid of September. So yeah, that's a thing that we're really proud of, and it actually happened. So every year when Parliament goes on, it's like handing over the things. Something that happened in our tenure were initiated by the previous Parliament, just like the creation of the dustbins inside the college. So that was initiated in the Radu Bhaiya's time in 2023-24, and so something we initiated like these washing machines, vending machines happened during the next tenure. So that's a team. That's how the passing on activity works.
Yeah.
And some of the things, like you can see now we are sitting in the ground. So these grounds didn't had lights since the last year. So yeah. Regarding ADV or coming to the Gymkhana grounds, so we used to install lights by a vendor when some activities happened here. Now we have these high-mast lights installed and properly working, and this was some of the greatest achievements that we had in our tenure. The last
we are
two
just knowing by seeing your facial expressions, all that, how much hard work you put in on all those.
Yeah, so it's actually checking on what the actual student pain points are and working on to resolve them. So in the 2023-24 there was an issue in the KASHI regarding the security and stuff. So regarding the security of the fest also, we went on maintaining that proper basic infrastructure, like which made a proper fencing around the ADV grounds, installed the lights, installed the major gates there, and all those stuffs were done thinking on such a way that it should be beneficial for the coming generations.
Definitely.
So some of the things were even done in the end of our tenures, but it's always like when you are doing something, you are creating a landmark there. You are creating a statement through your activities.
Definitely.
So it's something that your coming generations, the next parliaments would be looking into and doing likewise. So that's the thing that we majorly focused. And regarding the security, now around more than 10 CR rupees is being invested into installing the centralized CCTV facility into the entire college. And regarding the guards also, so there are a lot of changes. New guards are hired, and in our tenure, it was the first time ever in the history of IIT female guards were recruited. So it was really necessary for the students, especially in girls' hostel. So that's also something that we are actually proud of, being of the pink boots, the help from the police. And regarding the fest also, we created a proper standard operating procedure to how to deal with the police. So at the 2023-24, it was some of the mistakes done by the team, or just because they didn't knew what exactly happened. So we analyzed those mistakes, we took something from the past before the pre-COVID era, and we created something. We thought something that this would be better at this time, and then went on with those plans. And I guess altogether it was really interesting. And regarding the academics also, there were things like the minor system were implemented before our era, and there was this CSE subjects are not given to all students for the open electives and stuff. So that actually, when we discuss with the students, we realize that it's not fair, because coming from any branch, that now the CSE related subjects are relevant in all types of branches. So this proposal is given to the Senate. I guess it's in processing, and by next semester or next year, I think that would get implemented. It depends on how the current parliament is following up on
Also,
the things.
we talked with the sirs, no officials, and to include AI subjects in every department, because it's much important for many departments.
Yeah, so it depends. Like, so while working on parliament, it's equally important to. There are a lot of things that people won't actually see that you are doing.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things that people actually see, and then you get praised by that. But the most effort needed work is the thing that people don't actually see, and that's really impactful to the students. Especially speaking of, we gave the proposal for the international relations cell and the faculty in charge, or the dean of international relations, and that was approved in our tenure. And we have the international relations cell now, and a similar proposal was also given for the specific office for industry relations.
Okay.
So yeah, when it comes to the NIRF ranking, or how a college is analyzed and evaluated, all these things come very much relevant. Though people or the students don't focus on those things. They just realize, yeah, are we getting water? Are our hostel clean? Is everything maintained? But it doesn't increase the NIRF ranking. So regarding those, we have to do such things. We have to make collaborations. I think in my tenure, we had meetings with 2-3 embassies regarding this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So the people were coming. Meetings happen with the ministry. Meeting happen with the embassy, local administration, and all those things. It gets really much hectic also. So yeah, and now I guess in the last December, the faculty in charge for international industrial relations is also approved by the institute. So that's the thing that we initiated at that time, and it's getting implemented this time. So that's how the institute bureaucracy works. It takes time to get things done. So we can give a proposal, and we cannot expect that the next day they are going to just turn the button on.
So we are lucky that our session is lucky that we feel like you has done all these things in session. Also, one of the incident happened on November 2nd of 2023. So actually, how you came to know first the incident came to you?
So actually, I at that night I just went to have a tea with one of my friends.
Okay.
And while we were coming back, I received a call that one girl got missing. Someone took her, and then we went on searching. Like all the guards who were in the barracks all were taken out. We went on a full-on search inside the campus, and later I received a call from one of the members of my parliament itself that the girl came to him, and we went on. Then all the process started from the police and stuff at that point of time. And later at that night, all of us didn't sleep. So the entire parliament was at the Proctor office along with the police discussing about things. And there were few incidents before that also that was not something that was good, and something that we were unhappy about. All those things led to the protest that happened during that time.
Okay. And as an individual, how you felt by that incident?
So it was really shocking for me, and the thing that I really thought at that point of time was, even doing a lot of things, I gave my all my efforts into the parliament, into the college, of making things perfect, and just thought, even putting this much effort, why did a big thing happen in my tenure itself, was some of the things that I thought of. Then later I realized that the God has plans, and he made that happen, because just I think he might have thought that we did that, handle that situation in a more good way.
Okay.
So I guess that's the thing.
Yeah, you handle in a that good manner. You just with a one small measure, you just united the whole college. That was the one of the surprising thing which is done in the college.
Yeah,
How you
so
did that, Bhaiya?
that was actually a thing. So while I was coming into the position, so one thing that we have in difference with the other IITs is that the VP election of all the other IITs is done by all the students.
Okay.
So the person who is getting into that position will have the command over the entire students because they all are voting for that position.
Definitely.
But
It's
in
true,
our
yes.
institute, the voting is done by just 53 people who are elected by the entire students. So that creates a separate layer in between the vice president and the students, and it causes a difficulty in reaching out to the students. So when I went into the position, the first thing that I consider is that I should be more approachable by all students, and if I have to do something, my message should reach the entire 10,000 students within 2 minutes. So the major thing for that was just channelizing.
Yes.
So if you want to, it's just like the flow of water. If you want to increase the flow, increase more channels, install more pipes. So I created subgroups. The Parliament was a group, clubs, cells, CRs, UGC representative, DPGC representative, and we had some other unofficial groups from a lot of people regarding all those stuffs. And I had also a kind of, you can say, like it's like an alpha team of some active individuals from all years, so that these were some of the people who usually approach me directly regarding a lot of stuff. So I had this broadcast group created with all these people with zero messages sent till then. I just created that group. I didn't knew what the purpose was. I just kept it like that just because, just in case if something happened, it should have been in use. And at that day, when we took the decision at around 7 a.m. that we will start it in around 10 a.m. Just sent the message around 7:30, and I guess the whole campus was aware about the issue by around 9 a.m. Even though people were sleeping, they just woke up and just came to the ground.
Many guys gathered there
Yeah.
and did about till evening.
Yeah, actually, I didn't expect. So it's an IIT, so you cannot expect a situation like some government institutions where active politics is happening, the active things are happening, and all these protests and stuff. So it's an IIT. We have a decorum to maintain. So while maintaining the decorum, we also have to address our issues. We have to bring things into the light. We have to oppose against what's wrong. So that was the thing, and actually the student community was a great support. So I actually didn't expect this huge response, but actually every student in the institute came out of their room at that point of time, and that really made me happy, and the confidence that gave me during that time was tremendous.
I also remember that when a reporter is starting, when we are at the in front of library, we are protesting on the road, and also one of the reporter, you gave a speech in front of everyone. I was there at that point. Also,
Yeah.
I was really shocked. I'm the first time I was seeing you at that time. So yeah, there is a guy who is VP. So the way you speak, how confidently you are at that place, I really inspired from.
So
those,
it's the thing, like,
sceneries.
so even though that was an unpleasant thing,
Mm-hmm.
so being the vice president, it my responsibility at that point also to maintain a proper decorum while addressing the issue, while telling it publicly. So it's my institute, first of all.
Yes.
So it's my home. So anything that goes wrong to the institute is wrong to me also. I kept that thing in mind first, and I had to resolve the issue. The main focus was on resolving the issue, finding the solution, not just escalating it over a protest. So we have to keep it monitored in all ways. We had separate groups inside the parliament who were assigned specific tasks. There are a lot of people who were not in front of the cameras, who were just sitting inside the people just to see what exactly is happening. Because when you are handling a 5,000 plus crowd, you don't know how the things will change, how the crowd will react. So we need to get the timely updates about what the specific areas inside the ground is thinking of planning next.
Yes.
According to that, we have to maintain. So one person with a mic is managing the mindset of the 10,000 people in front of you.
Yes.
That's not a simple task.
Yes,
Each
yes.
word that you choose is greatly impactful or might create a controversy at that point of time.
That's too good. That's actually a great thing that you guys have done at that point of time. And wanted to know that what actually the conclusion of this incident.
So the conclusion is like the things are actually going on
Mm-hmm.
in the court. So the hearings are happening. I cannot tell more about this issue. I am also aware of what the things are happening. So, but yeah, I we all have the proper confidence on the Indian judicial system regarding the matters, and we know it will take some time. But yeah, the actual culprits will be punished, and I believe in the Indian system.
Definitely, we are hoping for good. The things go in a right way. And another thing, Bhaiya, the way you said about the pipelines and networking in your team. Actually, this networking is a crucial role that played in your whole parliament team.
Yeah.
So this is how the thing you just run all the parliament groups with a pipeline, and that is how networking made.
Yeah.
That's it.
So yeah, the pipeline is also efficient. So the networking is a two-way channel. So along with the things that we had in the juniors and the entire college itself, we had these things with the alumni, with the medias, with the officials and stuff. So that's a huge position. And the major thing that we had is that uh, in our tenure, it was the tenure which had the most number of parliament sessions also. So the importance of these parliament sessions were so actually outside we work as a team, but it's actually necessary to analyze our mistakes, to have a positive criticism on the mistakes. So many of these sessions were closed sessions and some were open to the entire students. These closed sessions were the sessions where actual criticizing of the works happened. So we all make mistakes. I have also done some mistakes. My team also does some mistakes. So before someone else find out, we thought that it's important to for the team to analyze each and everything, do a critical criticizing on all those things, and discuss it over the meetings. Some meetings really went violent inside, and people were angry about those things. But the actual anger from a parliamentarian, or the actual thing that he told against the parliament inside the parliament itself, is the actual thing that made our parliament perfect. So these analyzing of the mistakes, the realization of the mistakes helps you to correct those mistakes and go a step more towards the perfection.
Definitely. That's a great thing. And in our college, in our IIT BHU, which system, like academic system is there, and this Gymkhana officials are there, also hostel system is there, which gave their best in your tenure? Who you there, or in your opinion?
So, if I'm telling about that, actually, I really had a very good team.
Okay.
So, the entire result is not just because I was the VP, it's because I had this really good team behind me. So, regarding the Gymkhana also, so the entire conversations, we didn't came to that part. We had a really good set of Gen Sex last year. The SNTC, cultural sports, the FMC, SSC, all those people, like they were from my batch itself, so it was really easy to connect with them. We became friends so quickly. We had these unofficial meetings. So the major impactful decisions came from these unofficial meetings over a chai.
Okay.
And these type of meetings, these type of networking. So we did the official meetings to make the decisions, getting things signed,
Yes.
and the formulation of these decisions actually happened in a cafe outside the hostel, or in the hostel canteen, or just in LC on a bench. So we kept things informal between us so that we could connect more with each other. And these discussions, the friendship, the chemistry between our team led to those decisions. And regarding the outcome, I think three of them. Other than, there are a lot of other things like the infrastructure committee.
Yeah.
All those things were like everyone were competing with each of them.
Yeah.
So I kept this thing of sending the actual work happened at each parliament session.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a thing of recognition given to the parliamentarians also. So actually each of the committee was competing with each other committee in increasing their outcome.
Yes.
So that when the mail comes, there was a thing in the parliament. Actually, people really even counted the number of lines they had in there. So,
In the mail.
yeah, so they had these things like if we are doing something, we will be recognized for that, and if we are sitting idle, the people will really see that you are sitting idle, and they will just recognize you are sitting idle. So that made everyone work and work harder, and in with a healthy competition inside the committee.
That's a great work. So we can say all collaboratively did a
Yeah,
great
so the decisions are taken by the committees and the actual implementation is done by the whole parliament. The Gymkhana councils and the cells clubs also work together in all of those things.
Okay, nice. These are the parliamentary things that are happened in Bhaya's sessions. There are a lot many things. If you have to talk, it goes on 2 or 3 days. Those many things happen. So also let us know about the how Bhaya academically did his. He marked some specific marks in his academics also. Let's know about that. So Bhaya, how you manage your as you are in MNC, I mean mathematical sciences, our department, and how academically you are strong with also managing with parliament.
So initially I struggled a little bit. So in the 2022, 23rd,
You guys are in online, right? In the pandemic time.
no, pandemic
First
was
year?
still second year,
Still,
and I came to the parliament in third year.
yeah, okay.
Okay, so while I was initially in the parliament, so the thing that was initially I struggled a little bit. So the first semester that I was in the parliament was the semester that I got the lowest SPI, and later I realized how it's important to manage the time. So you
Okay.
cannot say no to your duties as a parliamentarian or a vice president, or you cannot say no to your career or your grades.
Okay.
So it's important to keep the balance. It's important to keep the time allocation for all those things. So there were things like I was outside with meetings and stuff till the 3 a.m. and I had sit till 5 a.m. just to study about a subject or just because it was an exam. And I had to attend meetings just 3 hours before and in semester exam also. So yeah, it's really hard to manage those things. And but this time management that I learned being the vice president is one of the greatest lessons that I learned, and I think it would be beneficial for me in the future career also.
Yeah, definitely, Bhaiya. And one of the good news is Bhaiya also placed in Misho now.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Bhaiya,
Thank
for
you.
that. And another thing is Bhaiya got the IIT Blue Award.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you felt at that time?
So that is an highest award given is to a student
For the overall body.
overall
Yeah,
organizational activity
organization.
inside the institute. So it was just like getting a recognition for the entire hard work done. And actually, that award doesn't belong to Pranav Suresh. It belongs to my team. So
Yes,
it's
definitely.
about the entire work we did during the tenure, the entire meetings, the entire sessions, sleepless nights, the meetings, the paperwork, all those things led to that award. So yeah, I'm really grateful to my team.
And the
for that.
genuine thing is, even if I met any one of your teammates, I have some of the guys in our parliament now, those of your teammates, they'll genuinely tell about you that, whatever Bhaiya did, works are different, and whatever the things are going now is different.
So yeah, there is this thing. So while we were planning this thing, so while we were doing this thing, we had this aim that even after 10 years,
Okay.
the people should be trying to match with our results. So yeah, that was our thing. We should be achieving this much that even after 10 years, people can only imagine
The
of achieving
Bahubali
that.
mark. No
So,
one have to go.
and
like-
actually, I'm happy that we were able to achieve that thing, and still people are discussing about that. So that like we wanted to set a benchmark for the performance. So I previous in the like while I got into the position, I just spent a whole week just reading about the documentations, the mails done by all the previous vice president.
Mm-mm.
And my aim was to do around 1.5 or 2 times more than the highest performing parliament
Okay.
till now. And I think we just did around 3 to 4 times better.
So Bhaiya actually put the Bahubali mark at the top. There definitely a Pushpa who will cross that.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, definitely. And Bhaiya, you did intern in foreign.
Yeah.
So also wanted to know about that.
So these I actually did 3 4
No.
internships.
How multitasking
so
you are?
in,
Bhaiya, really, that's too good.
In second year and I did an intern in South Korea. So it was supposed to be offline, but due to the COVID at that time, it was done in online mode.
Yeah.
Now the people are going to Korea for that internship. And in the end of third year, I went to Germany for the DAD fellowship, and the end of fourth year, I went to Canada for the Mantex. And other than that, I did an intern in a startup also, and also I did a project along with Anima Man in CSE department during my second year.
So you always don't know about 3 countries now.
Not
Three
three
further countries.
in
South Korea one.
yeah. So in while in Germany, I almost visited around 7 countries.
Okay.
Just as a trip. So yeah,
Trip.
that was Schengen visa. So I just went through the European countries.
How you felt after going like that? You differentiated any other your educational institutions with us like that?
Yeah, so there are a lot of things that inspired me there also. And the culture itself, how the things happen on. So in Germany, we had this culture very much different from the Indian culture or even the Canadian culture. The professor or in the labs itself, we had these coffee machines as well as beer stored in the institute labs. So
Okay.
yeah, that's the difference. That was really a shock for me. It's the college lab. I am just going on. I was just opening the fridge. It was filled with beers. I was just like, dude, what's this? I think
Okay.
it was really surprising for me.
Okay.
And the thing is that on my first day, my professor actually offered me a beer at the end of the day. So I was really no, dude, this thing doesn't happen in India. And just I told him, like, it's just it's a part of our culture of doing that.
I think they are just normal bees where
Yeah.
alcoholic content will be less.
Yeah,
I
if you're
think
sitting in your lab and having a beer, like it's just normal there. It's just like having a tea or a coffee.
Okay. That's cool. That's a crazy thing.
And also there are a lot of things. Some of the things that I saw in TU Damstred, I have implemented it here also. Just like this in there, the students were actually a part of the institute websites and the technical stuff. So now here also we have started it during our tenure that students can contribute to websites. A student team, like especially the corps from SMTC, is collaborating with the institute in improvising a lot of websites. The PR cell is working on improvising the UI UX of various institute apps and stuff. So like that kind of collaborations were inspired by TU Damstred. That what I saw there and what happened there at that point of time. Yeah, so these exchanges was really fun. It gave me a lot of opportunities, and culture and the method of thinking that they actually had different from us inspired a lot of things. And being the VP and being a student also, I have done some changes throughout a lot of stuff. Yeah, and I think that it was really good.
How much you are satisfied with your goals now? Matlab, you reached lot many succeeded in many things of your life. So how you are feeling after that?
Yeah, I feel really happy. But actually at this point of time, so I I really had a good time in college. Being the VP was a really good thing. I had the opportunity to manage the clubs, cells, all this stuff. I had an opportunity to meet a lot of officials from the ACP and the inspector to DG, IG, the government officials, magistrate, people from the ministry, embassy, from
Okay.
various embassies. So that was a really good experience. And regarding my goals, so actually I thought of going on into the data science sector itself.
Okay.
So, and after 3 years, I was just planning to shift into a business role or a managerial role like a PM or something. And I had also had this plan of doing an MBA. But when I got this offer from Misho, I was really happy that I was just getting the thing that I thought that I would be doing after 3 years, before 3 years. So it was really a good experience, and I really liked the role. Then just I just went on accepting that.
Yes. That's too good, Bhaiya. And I also wanted to know that you said that went to different countries and learned something from that. Also, you might have roamed many IITs of our India.
Yeah.
So, how many, what type of info or technicalities you took from them?
So rather than roaming from different IITs, we had this meeting of all the vice presidents of all the IITs in IIT Gandhinagar last year. So that was a very beneficial meeting.
Okay.
So we had all these things. So the meeting was from morning 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But the actual discussions happened off the meeting, off the table.
Okay.
So while we were having the dinner, we went outside for the dinner. Throughout the night, we were just roaming around the Gandhinagar campus. So we had these discussions with various VPs of all the other IITs regarding what their policies have, what we have in our institute, the actual exchange of ideologies, exchange of policies, how things happen. All those things went on at that point of time. And I think the meeting happened at around February or March. And after that meeting, a 10 or 12 new proposals were initiated by our parliament, inspired from the things that we got from there.
Too good, Bhaiya. That's crazy. Also, I went to IIT Hyderabad recently, so I just amazed by those infrastructure of how the library is with its capacity and its lecture halls. It's too good.
So every IIT has its own specialty. So you are used to the things here. So if you go into the campus as someone from outside, you will be amazed by IIT BHU also. It's a really beautiful campus with a lot of lush green trees here, and this much history lying on the
Yeah.
buildings and the stuff. And this huge campus is also a thing, and it will be amazing for a lot of
Amazing,
other
yes.
IITs also.
Yes. And what are the things we can say that our unique thing that we have and other IITs don't have?
So the most unique thing is that it is one of the oldest engineering institutes inside India. So some of the professors here told me that the senior professors told me that when the first IIT Kharagpur was starting, the people were recruited from IIT BHU at that time.
Oh,
So we gave the seats to the IIT Kharagpur. Because of the internal stuffs and politics here, that happened almost with the IIT Roorkee also. The conversion of IIT BHU to IIT BHU took some years. But even though it happened late, we have this very rich alumni system that we have,
system we
like
have.
the alumni network that we have here. In any sector, in any part of the world, we have this huge alumni group from IIT BHU. Even when I went to Germany or France or Canada, there were a lot of alumni. And then we had some alumni from US also who were inviting me for a dinner in US. But the application for visa was too hectic that I just couldn't go there.
Okay, that's perfect, Bhaiya. So, Bhaiya, you have this much of experience in your life. So the thing is, you have any idea about the uh, inspiration to go into politics or any as you got an offer from me, so you'll go in that. And is there anything like that?
So yeah, so I'm not planning to go into the politics or
Okay.
stuff. So so if you are a vice president from an IIT, you are more of a diplomat than a politician.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's you are leading a top institute inside the country, so you have to be more diplomatic. You are like a just like a bureaucrat and not like a politician.
Yeah, yeah.
So and that things that I learned from here, I will be just going on with the product or the business related stuff, and I don't have any plan going into the politics. And while coming into the IIT BHU also, I didn't had this plan of being a parliamentarian or becoming the VP. But yeah, in the last two schools that I had, I was the head boy in my 10th and the school chairman in my 12th. So while I came to the college, I had decided that I won't be doing this thing in the college. But yeah,
So the college
the
made
fate was
you to become
different.
VP. This society made you to become this
Yeah.
hard and this confident.
So also this thing of so I was coming from Kerala, so I had this language issue also. So but I knew how to speak Hindi really well. So that also was an initial inheritance to the thing.
डरते हैं भैया आप जब बात करेंगे हिंदी.
तो
Definitely. Many
हिंदी
people.
में लाइक अभी तो ठीक है मतलब ऐसे ही बात कर सकते हैं तो लाइक there was a lot of stuff and it was really struggling also when I started. So initially while the VP speech also I purposely started it in English and the people were just cooking on me like Hindi
Hindi, yeah.
and because my opponent he
Yeah.
was a really good orator in Hindi.
Okay.
So he did stand-up comedies and stuff, Abhay Bhaiya.
Oh,
So his speech was really amazing.
okay.
So I didn't had these phrases. I didn't had this
Those are
Kabir and
poetic
Rabir in my
rhymes.
rhymes and stuff. So I had to bring something.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I initially planned of doing it in Hindi.
Okay.
So when I heard his speech, I thought that in 1 minute I will speak in English.
Okay.
And I will make the crowd to speak, make me speak in Hindi, and they won't be prepared that I would be speaking in Hindi.
Oh, this is amazing plan.
And then I was just like, Hindi mein bhi bolenge, and just started it. So that was the impactful thing there. And so regarding the plans, so I don't have a thing of going on with the politics, but the things I learned, I would be using it for some kind of business or might be a
Business.
startup at some point of time. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. And the main thing, the main cultural and traditional changes that you notice after coming to Kerala to Varanasi in IIT BHU. Also, you guys are maintaining that culture with here, forming a community of Kerala.
Yeah.
And
So it
you
was
feeling with that?
really a cultural shock when I shifted to Varanasi. It's too much different from the place where I come from regarding these things happening here, regarding the all those stuff. So it was really a cultural shock for me. But yeah, Banaras actually made me a Banarasi. So yeah, while living here, interacting with the people, I kept a good relation with all the workers here itself. So these were the local Banarasis that we had, and I actually learned to speak some amount of Bhojpuri also living here. So yeah, Banaras actually turns you to something new. So it, like there is a saying, you visit Kashi not because you want to visit Kashi, just because Kashi Vishwanath wants to see you.
अभी कम्युनिटी फॉर्म कर रखे हो एंड उसको भी आगे ले जा रहे हो लाइक मेनी फेस्टिवल्स ओणम एंड ऑल फेस्टिवल्स गोस ऑन उसमें कैसे है मतलब
So yeah, it's important to know your roots also while doing these stuff, and so yeah, these type of communities and the celebration of festivals is happening among various societies from Tamils, Malayalis, Kannaks, Telugus, Rajasthanis. So now these are happening in a small scale. And I think we should develop this in such a way that it brings into a cultural exchange inside the institute. While the Onam is happening or the Ugadi is happening, these type of festivals should be celebrated by the whole institute. So that that makes like the main idea in India is the unity in diversity. So while being an IIT, we should be able to accept these diversities and enhance them, enrich them with our own cultures, exchange those ideologies, those cultures. So that's the thing. So in future, I think things will be developed that the whole institute would be celebrating all these regional festivals. And yeah, also several people coming from these parts, especially from the southern part, doesn't know Hindi. So it's actually important to maintain this society so that people who are not knowing the language also gets welcome to the college. So that's also important. It's just like an onboarding system to the freshers from these parts of the country. So yeah, it's actually a good thing, I guess.
Actually, the thing is, if even we don't know the many languages, if we come to in this certain environment, we definitely learn all those things.
Of course.
Yeah,
So in your class also, so my roommate is from Lucknow. My close friend, if I take my close friends, two of from them are from Rajasthan. One is from Andhra. One is from Jharkhand. One is from Gujarat. So we have these friends from different parts.
Okay.
So yeah, it brings. The major thing is like we get to taste a lot of different fruits from when these dudes go back to their homes. You would be eating a bakawadi or gujia and these just stuff like I was just like you know in the movie the Three Idiots. Thokla, pokla. And it really tastes really good also. This I became a huge fan of these Rajasthani kachoris.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the thing. It's really interesting to have getting know. Obviously, I know to give galleys in around 13 languages now. So.
You learned already. To our all over IITians, there are about 23 IITians, and specifically wanted to say something, suggest them about the system, about the academics, anything.
So the main thing, like I also saw that was when you come to an IIT, you have this amazing peer group within you. So don't just sit in your rooms. You will get a placement. Yeah, you came into an IIT, you are assured to have a good placement if you study well. But placement is not the thing that IIT has to offer you. You have this huge network that resides within your college. Your friends, the person sitting next to you, the person sleeping in the next room, might be a future CEO, might be a future president. We'll never know. Who knows? Like,
yes.
Yeah, we never know.
Definitely.
So yeah, so make these connections, interact with people, go on stuff, and explore new things. Or you must be learning a new language, learning a new sport. Just keep on doing stuff.
Yes.
Don't just sit idle. Explore new things, make new friends, work, interact, connect, and learn.
That's too good, Vaibhav. Thank you so much. And I wanted to know about Mantex. How you felt after coming here?
So yeah, so it's a really good thing. So actually, you're doing a really good thing by bringing up this channel. So it really needs a lot of guts to start something like this, and you have this beautiful team behind you doing all the necessary things. And I think you are just starting it, and with time it will gain more popularity. And you know, like someday I should get an autograph from you. So you might be becoming a huge influencer. Yeah. So all the best. It was really nice having this interview with you, spending time with you guys. So yeah, thank you for inviting me.
We wanted to see you at the top.
So yeah, it's really.
We'll take each other photographs or autograph, whatever we need.
Okay, so it was really good. So thank you for inviting me. It was a really good time.
Yeah, thank you so much. The final round of our podcast, we're going to ask some 5 funny 5 questions. So try to answer that in a truth way.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, the first question is, you just boarded a wrong train or bus.
I boarded. No, I haven't boarded no stuff. But I had did something funny. Like I just forgot an important document when I traveled to Delhi, and I had to make someone come from Banaras taking that document.
Okay.
It was really an important document.
So he took and came to you.
Yeah, because one guy was traveling to Delhi the next day, so I made him take it. And come.
That's good. And the second question is, what's the most embarrassing thing that happened to you during your times at IIT BHU?
So the most embarrassing thing, I think, we really had a huge event.
Okay.
I won't exactly mention what event, because you might go on some video searching for that.
Our team is much smart for that.
I just fell on the steps while entering a stage before a
Really?
crowd of around 2,000 people.
Ooh. Okay.
I just didn't care. Like I just fell. I just woke up like this and
Oh, yeah, this is a good one. And what's the weirdest or the best food that you have eaten in IDVH?
So the best food I have eaten is like I'm not. I was not a chai person.
Oh,
So in my home I didn't like tea.
any type of hot drink.
No, I drink hot drinks, but I also drink tea, but I didn't like
Okay,
tea.
okay.
But coming to Banaras, I really felt in love with the Banarasi chai here.
Oh,
So now I'm a person who drinks around 6 to 8 teas a day.
oh.
So that's a great thing. And the worst thing, I guess, there is no much worst things that I have had here. But
Food item.
yeah, like I really generally don't like these sweets, but even the Banarasi sweets, including this rasmalai, rasgulla, I like these things, but I don't eat that often. But I think Karila can be a thing.
Karila. Yeah, that's good. And the third question is, oh, sorry, fourth question is, if you could go back to your first day at IIT BHU, what's the funniest advice you would give yourself to your younger self?
Funniest advice might be so do not buy a bike
Okay.
because buying a bike and traveling in a cycle creates a huge impact on your fitness.
Okay. And last question is, the what's the weirdest or funniest campus myth or rumor you have heard in IDVH?
Campus myth or
Or
rumor?
rumor.
I heard that there is a ghost in Vishwakarma Hostel.
Karma.
So I don't believe in ghosts, but yeah.
Yeah.
And this Pondi Baba was also a thing in while in first year we heard about that people used to
Who
get.
is he?
He's a person who gives the previous year questions, notes to students, and after college we haven't seen him. After COVID we haven't seen him.
Okay.
Yeah. So Pondi Baba
He
was one
going to
of
give
the
questions
most
and question
famous
papers.
things in first year we heard from our seniors. If you want anything regarding notes, he was the offline IIT BHU app at that time. You have this
Oh.
drive, that IIT BHU app where you get all the notes. He was that offline thing that happened in it.
Where he'll stay.
I don't know. After the COVID, I haven't seen him. I haven't heard about him after coming to college, but I heard him about from a lot of seniors.
Yeah, definitely. So our funny five is completed. Thanks a lot, man.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for coming here. And it's a really a good podcast till now, which I connected and talked about lot many things about the system of IDBHU and the academics and the self individuality of a person. So thank you so much, our Pranav Suresh Bhaiya. Thanks a lot, and thank you so much for you guys. So please watch Mantex podcast series, and for further very special and interesting guests, also subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. See you soon. Bye.